uh, oh, excuse me. I just woke up and, well, I just went to bed and then I woke up. Oh, excuse me. It's fear in my throat. I went to bed. I think I've had about 3 hours, maybe, not even that. The body woke up and the cats want food, screaming at me. I'm not in a bad place. And I've got to go do the basic things today, like go and get some cat food. And already, it's like, oh my God, oh my God. I've just got to go and get a few tins of cat food down the road in the co op. And already the mind is coming in saying, you're not going to wear an implement. You never do. And I never do. I just walk straight in and do what I have to do and get what I need. And people just don't seem to react at all to the fact that I'm just me, never ever anything else but me. And I just felt I wanted to come on here because I've got all these people that give me the thumbs down. They're probably on here and they'll give me the thumbs down. And I'm on here with my dressing gown, which is unheard of. You don't run a TV station by coming on with your dressing gown, do you? And do a talk at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. in the morning about trying to get some common sense going. Just common sense. Do you know that the Isle of Man are all walking around without implements in their supermarkets everywhere, and they're not bound by any of these laws? Do you know that? Do you know in Texas, everything is free? People are free, walking around free. And yet, what baffles me is the intelligence of the human race. But it feels like people have gone back to being Neanderthals, if that's how you say it. Caveman. They've gone all the way back to Ugg, a lot of people. And they're the people that, let me just ask you something, if anyone is watching. And you're basically don't like thinking for yourself. Um, why do you think that millions, not one or two, as you used to call them, tinfoil hats or something, millions of people now go out there to prove to you that there might be something different to what you're being told by that box, and the dummies that run the world? Yeah. Why? I mean, you are supposed to be adults, grown up adults, and adults question things, they analyze things, they look at things from a different point of view, from a different perspective. Well, at least you used to be like that. Remember the days when, well, how can I put this? You had a mind of your own. What happened to those days? Now, I'm not saying that there's one or two people or 10 or 100 or 1,000 or even 100,000 people that are showing you a different way, that are showing you facts, talented, skilled people, intelligent, that are doing the research for you. But you just you just whack it down straight away without even thinking, that's interesting. I wonder what they're saying. Could it be that they might have a point here? You know? Could it be? Could it be that it may be worth listening or watching or thinking for myself? Could it be that it may be worth, do you know what I mean? Could it be that it may be worth just thinking for myself? You all have God-given intelligence, every single one of you, right? Human beings are wise. You can create anything. Look, people can take a heart. When someone's heart is dying, a person called a surgeon can take a heart and they can put a heart in another person's body and keep them alive, give them a new source of life, right? People all over the world heal themselves, me included. I mean, don't you question for 1 minute why I'm still here? Me, with all my issues, with my breakdowns and not wanting to be here half the time, and with a head that goes everywhere, with issues and grief and loss. Don't you question how, for 1 minute, just for 1 minute, without giving me thumbs down, how is she okay today? Why is Lauren okay? Why does she get through to another day without any medication? Why is she calm today? How can she run a business? How can she run a theatre company and live in complete peace with all the people, which I showed you in the same house? Why is Lauren okay? And yet someone else who is being given this diagnosis that I believe in, not me, you believe in, because someone in a white suit told you to believe it. Why are they rattling from all this medicine, all this medication, and they're not functioning? They can't function. They can barely put a string of words together. And I am not doing this to insult anyone. I'm not doing it to say that I'm better than you. I am not. We're all the same. You have the same inside of you. Why am I okay? Don't you ever question that? Instead of just giving me a thumbs down really quickly for what I'm doing. I am appealing to your wisdom, your God-given wisdom. You go to church, or at least you used to. You study the teachings of Jesus. What did Jesus say? Heal thyself. You, physician, heal thyself. Didn't he? You tell me. You call yourselves Christians. You go to church or whatever religion. It doesn't matter. What does Jesus and God tell you? Do not make idols. Look at the 10 Commandments. I'm not a religious person, but I know the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not create idols, because the 10 Commandments came in order to give you a direction of life, to be able to function. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not create idols. Respect for people, respect for yourself, honor thy father and thy mother. Now, it's very interesting, and we can dissect it and we can look at it. How can you honor a father and mother that abuse you or hurt you or upset you or, are not there for you? Could it be that they're just being put there for a reason? Now, I'm not going to go into all the spiritual connotations that Louis Hay says we choose everything. I don't know about you, but I chose 2 children to be my parents. Children. Children that couldn't look after a dog, never mind children. And they didn't want me, and they didn't want children. They got children. And they did their best with the mess that they were brought up with. 2 abused little children, one abused in an orphanage and one abused probably by her father, trying to bring up 2 children. 2 children, 2 little girls that were also hurt, right? And the minute that I brought the pain to my parents, these 2 little children that weren't able to bring up a dog, and all they did then was go to work and bring in the money to put food on the table. The minute I brought the pain, because that was my job, that's why I'm here, to wake people up, to shake them around and wake them up and say, Mom, Dad, no, I'm not happy, to question, to say, when are we going home? You need to give your children a chance to ask questions, to say, Mom and Dad, I don't like this. Why? Don't just shut them down, because that's what's happened to you. And do you know why I'm well? It's because I don't get shut down. I say what I feel. And if I can't say it on here, I say it on Patreon. And you can give me as many thumbs down as you want, but I'm going to still say to you that I'm interested in why you're not asking questions. Why is Lauren okay? Why is she okay? There's a good question for you. Now, it's interesting. I go on my YouTube here. Go on my YouTube a second. And there are 3 likes. Interesting. And people can't get on the chat for some reason. I don't know why. But, and I can see the minute I go on there, 3 people have given me 3 likes already. I don't know why. 3 likes, but, right? Which is really, really nice. And I can see the minute I go on there, 3 people have given me 3 likes already. I don't know why. 3 likes, right? And I'm very grateful for those 3 likes. Now, within the day, if this conversation goes on, you will get people going on there. They won't watch and they won't listen to what I've said, which is sad. Imagine if they listened and they thought, why is Lauren okay today? Bonjour, Mr. Metz from France. How are you? Why is Lauren okay today? Why is she okay? She's not crying. She's not begging for a human being to come here. Even though my heart is broken, but I'm okay. Why is Lauren okay? Before you give me the thumbs down, why don't you ask yourself, could it be that Lauren knows something? Could it be that she's discovered something that may actually help me or my friends or my family to feel okay today? Could it be that Lauren discovered something, and it's all in the book, Simply Amazing? But could it be that she went through some experiences, and even though her heart is broken and she's got absolutely no one human here coming today, the weather is shit, and nothing has changed on the outside, could it be that Lauren knows something? And wouldn't it be cool if I knew? Are you jealous? Is that why you give me the thumbs down? But I'm telling you, I'm going to cry now because I'm an empath. And when I say something from here, it makes me want to cry. Not because I'm upset, but because I know it's the truth. I am here to teach you. to have a good day today, regardless of this head, regardless of the madness out there. I'm here to teach you. Because if you saw the difference, let's watch The Awakening, a little bit of The Awakening, called There Is No Love. Chris Isaak. Nobody loves anyone. Okay, this was me 2 days ago. Nobody loves nobody. Okay, The Awakening. Nobody loves nobody. And God, did I believe it? Here we are. I've got I've got 214Os. I need to change the number on one of them. Okay. Nobody loves nobody. Okay? Watch this with me. This is me, and I am not. Hang on, let's turn this out. I am not bipolar. I do not have a mental illness. I'm a human being. This is me 2 days ago, right?
Right.
Watch it and question when I put on the next one.
Moving on TV and The Awakening. And it's frozen. Welcome to Moving On TV and The Awakening. I want to call it today, Nobody Loves Nobody. Like Chris Isaak's song. Because that's how it is. I haven't been on now 3 days. I'm too scared to go on my mobile, just in case there's no messages from anyone. Because the only one who knocks on the door is either
one part
delivering Amazon,
a part
of
me. That's all it is.
And I am in the depths of depression.
Like
The loneliness is unbearable.
Baba Bertha.
I don't see anyone anymore,
etc.
I've been trying to meditate, sleep, eat.
Thank you, Horrorville. No, we're not twins. This is me.
Do what I can.
Yeah. I have lots of twins. Yes, I have. It's funny. I love it.
Losing my will to live.
Watch and learn.
Every day is the same. I don't know what day it is today. I don't give a shit. I don't know if it's day or evening. This will probably go out by tonight, just to see whether anyone bothers today, as it's been 3 days now since I cut myself off. It's no way to live.
I just wanted to pause there for a second to say to you that when I see her, that part of me, Lauren, that part of me that is the loneliness, the character that really just wants a hug, that's all, just a human hug. I'm saying, how could people give that a thumbs down? The reason they would give it a thumbs down is because they cannot accept their own loneliness, gut-wrenching sadness. They're not allowed to. They weren't allowed to do that as children. They were told to get on with it. Boys don't cry, whatever. Watch and discover, where is she in you? And why is she okay? Am I okay? Why am I okay?
I feel like the human race, there is no love adult in the human race. None. You have love for yourselves and for your families and your friends, but that's it. It's not real love. There's no such thing. You don't know what it is. You don't know what unconditional love is. No one loves me. No one. No one. And I'm doing everything possible to love myself and the cats. And that's it, because that's all I have now. That is it. Those people that seem to care about me, they live too far. I have no one. Now, no one. Since my father-in-law was diagnosed, I became a non-existent person, and no one comes here anymore at all, not even my ex-husband, who I was married to for nearly 27 years, but that doesn't count. I don't count at all, apparently. I'm not going to put this out now where Adobe's playing up and I can't get it fixed. I can't be bothered to do Moving On TV anymore. Why should I? Why should I? I don't get paid anything. None of you are supporting me. Occasional people are giving me £1 or £5 a month now for Patreon. That's it. £1 a month. You're not even prepared to pay that in order to help me keep Moving On TV work. I have no one and nothing, and I'm trying to find God. But to me, God is love. And there is no love. The human race, I don't really give a shit anymore what happens to you lot. I don't. All you care about is watching Charlie Wood and all the big guys out there that have their homes and their families and their friends and money. They're not being evicted. They're not getting panic, living in total panic of when the hammer's coming down and going to be thrown in the streets, because no one cares. A few strange people, some guy invited me to stay with him. Yeah, right. I don't know him, and I have my cats. Everybody who seems to, another person contacts me, but I can't deal with all their issues at the moment. I can't deal with anything. I can't deal with any more of this. I can't deal with any more of this fucking shit world that you and me created together by being complacent, by not giving a shit. And now, these groups on Facebook, you make my skin crawl because you don't care about individuals. All you care about is you're going round and round in circles trying to figure out what's going on. But you don't care about individuals. You don't care about people. You don't care about me. You don't even notice that I've been gone for 3 days off Facebook. You don't care. None of you care. None of you. None of you care. You didn't care before this and you don't care now. All you care about is yourself and your own little narcissistic issues. You don't care about people like me, the forgotten ones. And you don't care whether I do Moving On TV or not. There's like 1 or 2 people watching. Cara cares. Cara cares. And that person that watches. 2 people care because they continuously watch Moving On TV. Who else cares? I'm going to upset a lot of people now, but they're not here. No one's here. No one bothers. And I don't care anymore. I need a lot more than this. Every day I contemplate whether I should end it. I don't go and call that lot because I haven't ended it, but I'm contemplating it on a daily basis. What should I care? I don't want to live like this. This is not what I want. No one should live like this. But this is it. This is it for me. I have nothing and no one. Nothing and no one. Because I can't let myself get triggered by that lot. And those that say they're awake, they're the ones that are full of the most shit of all. They have no love in them at all. None. None for themselves and none for others. None. 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 Love doesn't exist. As I said, it's like nobody loves nobody. What is love? Does anybody love anyone anyway? No, this is a world without love. There is no love in this world. Because love would extend to me as well, and it doesn't. I don't say I don't love myself, because I do, because I'm doing my best to eat, to sleep, to meditate, to take care of me and the cats, to tidy up the house. But no one is here. No one is ever here. Ever, 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 ever. And the man I was married to for nearly 27 years can't go out of his way now to come here once a week either. So that's it for me. And I don't want to be here anymore. I don't. I'm hanging on by a thread, guys. I'm hanging on by a thread. That's the truth. I'm hanging on by a thread. Whatever that means to you, I don't know. But I am hanging on by a thread. Just about getting through one day, 1 minute. I don't want to put anything on moving on TV anymore. I don't want to work for you anymore. Whoever you, whatever you are, because you don't care about me, none of you. I've been doing this for 10 months now and you have no gratitude. £1 a month I asked you for Patreon and it was too much for you, for all of you, except those that I know are genuine. £1 a month when you would pay Charlie probably £20 a month. Why? Do I not deserve to thrive? Apparently not. This is not going live. This will go on probably by tonight because I'm too scared to go on my phone because I don't think anybody's bothering to even contact me or try to find out how I am. That's how I feel. I know that Janie will probably text me and maybe Angie, maybe Sharon, Gina. That's it. That's it. But there's no, Manuel called me at 2 a.m. in the morning, 2 a.m. to see if I'm okay, just to get me through that night. And as I say, I don't even know what day it is. Is it Tuesday? Is it Thursday? Is it Wednesday? I don't really care anymore. I feel so cursed to live in such a disgusting, dead, unloving world like this. You deserve everything that's coming. If you don't wake up, and those of you who are awake, that don't care about the individual, because you never cared about me before this. You had your families and your lives, and people like me don't count. We never counted. We're called the forgotten ones. I wish I was a drug addict. I wish I was an alcoholic. I wish I could numb my pain, but I can't. I feel it, and I'm working through it. It's not going down. It's not going away. Going away. Doesn't matter what I do. Don't get too hungry, I'm eating. Don't get too angry, I'm raging. I let it out. Don't get too lonely. Unbearable. Unbearable. I can't even ring up a 12-step group because all they talk about is the pandemic and their madness. And it just triggers me because this is how it's going to be for life, it seems. When's it going to get better? I don't see anything, do you? It's all bollocks. It's not getting any better. It's nearly a year. It's getting worse. I hear people telling me, like, I don't know what's going on with Martin. Is he sick? Is he in quarantine? What's he not telling me? If he was here, I'd be healing him with, I always heal him. If he's there, well, there's no chance in hell. He won't make it. How can he make it with that lot? I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I have to just sit here and wait for the bad news. wait for the eviction. I'd rather die first. I'm just craving for some love, some human contact, a hug. Before it's too late. And then, what will you do if it's too late for me? What will you do? I can't say anymore whether I 100% will not. I can't say anymore. Suffering is so strong. Every day I'm praying, I'm meditating, I can't ring the prayer line anymore. They told me I'm a bad person for my beliefs. I can't ring the prayer line. I've lost that support system as well now. There's no love. No. There's no love. Nobody loves nobody. Just like that song. Chris Isaak. Nobody loves nobody. This is a massive cry for help. A friend, a hug, that's all. A real friend, someone that stabs you in the back. Someone who pretends to be a friend, stabs you in the back. Really, just a friend, a real friend. Passion, love. I don't want to be locked up. I don't want to be medicated. I just want some company. That's all. Some company. At least once a week. People like me. Wise, awake, genuine, compassionate. I didn't do too well in the family department, and I didn't do too well in the friend department. Apart from the beautiful tribe people that I brought into my life since the lockdown who lived too far away. I didn't do too well at all. This is a scream for help, of unbearable loneliness. Bye.
Yeah, that's me. Not my twin, thank you. Me. Red Blood American, repent, read your Bible, yeah, whatever. Thank you, but I'm not interested in becoming, I'm not religious, I'm a human being, and we're all the same, and I don't need to read the Bible. Actually, I was quoting the Bible before, if you listen to me, but you come on so quickly to, we're like, boom, read the Bible. No, the answers are inside you, and Jesus told you that. Jesus told you, love thyself first. Love thy neighbor as thyself. Jesus told you, heal thyself. You don't need medicine. You don't need to go anywhere. It's all inside of you. Mother Nature gave you everything. So I don't need to read the Bible. I was educated. I'm a Jew on the Bible from the time I was born. Do not create idols for yourself. Jesus became your idol, and he was just a man, a teacher. Buddha, a man, a teacher, right? Teachers that walk the earth, Christ consciousness, like millions of us now, that are teaching you how to heal, showing you her, my twin, that part of me Now I'm going to go on to the second part. How did I come out of it? And why did I come out of it? And can you come out of it? Why not? There is one technique that you can use in your life, and we watched in How to Stay Sane in a Crazy World. Look, I feel like shit today. I don't want to get up. I don't want to face the day. I have nothing and no one, just me and the cats. I feel lonely, gutted. Every part of my body is screaming with pain. Not pain, but aches. And the weather is shit and there's no sun. And I could go on forever. I've got to go down the shop to buy some cat food, and I don't want anyone to look at me that I'm some kind of weird alien because I'm not wearing this and I never will. I will walk proud in there and I'll do my shopping, and then I will leave because I'm free. 'Cause I'm free. Nothing's worrying me. So nothing has changed. Nothing. No one's coming here today. Hello, Jose Hernandez. How are you? Nothing has changed from the situation the way it was. Nothing. Except this is what happened. And this is how you heal. Right? So watch the Awakening 140 with my other twin. I have lots of them. There's what do you call it? Quadruples, or we were all born at the same time. And here she is, another one, talking to you now.
Okay, welcome to the Awakening 141. And I'm really grateful to be here in a different space to yesterday. But that's what I want to talk to you about, is how the hell did I come out of that?
Don't you question that?
You know what? I'm not sure. But I think I'm going to try and figure it out, okay? I'm going to try and figure out what I think helped me to come out of the space I was in, the total depression, the total like giving up. Really wanting to give up, and like I've had enough.
Namaste, Lakshmi Angel.
I'm going to go back to the therapeutic community because I think every time.
I thought your name was.
That's why I think it's always starting point.
Oh,
You've got to go back to the therapeutic community.
The other day you were quantum.
Okay.
Quantum energy vortex.
So if you've seen the film How to Stay Sane in a Crazy World, you notice the first tool of recovery is validation.
You've got the same dog.
The most important one, and I'm going to stand by that forever. Because that's how the therapeutic community
Quantum energy vortex the other day.
And validation.
Namaste.
And
Lakshmi Angel.
The part of you that's going to hell, part of you that's really unhappy, the part of you that is going through this experience of not wanting to be here anymore, that isn't coping, that doesn't know what to do, and it's just a part, right? We are a combination of identities, of personalities, of people that we know, of beliefs, of values. That's all we are. That's what we are, the mixture of all these different identities. That's not the real us. The real us cannot be hurt. That's the spirit, that's the soul, whatever you call it. The being, it just needs to be. But everything else is a combination of all these identities. And so what I think, the reason the therapeutic community works is because all these identities come up. It's a mini ascension. When you go to the therapeutic community, you start ascending, you start waking up. And so all your personalities, all your identities come to the surface. And that's what the ascension is. And that's what we're going through. And that's what I think happened to me yesterday. I was going through
an experience where an identity full of fear, it was a huge amount of fear and panic and shock, and we'd experienced huge loneliness as a child, I presume, in air raid shelters, and a lot of unhappiness came to the surface and needed to be expressed. And because it is Ascension TV and I'm a teacher, it needed to be expressed on here, as well as to ask for the support. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. It's me ringing my validation bell, saying help. Yeah? It's me saying, okay, I'm not coping and I need your help. There's nothing wrong with that. And as my journey doesn't include medication, I have to find a way to get past. And so validation to me is always the number one tool. From the minute you go into the therapeutic community, you get the bell. And the bell is your number one tool. And I don't care what anybody says. If you validate yourself, that part of yourself, and you love it, and you give it a chance to express itself in whichever way it needs to express itself, in this case, it was primal screaming. It just needed to scream and scream and scream, but it needed validation of someone listening to it. That person that I felt had hurt me. And so it got, that person just listened and validated that part of me. And I don't know. And then someone else rang up and spoke to me, but it was like once I got past that, that part of me and the identity that is a singer that couldn't sing, it's an identity. That's all it is, a personality, an identity, call it what you want. Every experience I go through, I learn from, and then I teach. And when I watched Lauren, and I loved her, and I gave her the opportunity to express whatever it was that needed to be expressed, then I could move, she could move on and do this incredible concert in the evening from a different, completely different point of view and perspective, because she was in a different space. So all I'm saying to you is you need to love and honor every little part of you, every identity that you have, honor it, give it a chance to talk, to validate. It's like part therapy. And you will see that when you start to do that, you will come out of your panic attacks, your, you know, as I say, you saw me, I was right down there. I'd had enough, I wanted out. The panic and the fear and the anger, it was all there. It was all there. I didn't want to go on anymore. I didn't want to be here anymore. And I said it. But the minute, so you give yourself a chance to recognize, and then I watched it a few times and I felt, well done, Lauren, for doing that. Well done for having the courage, but that's what I am. I'm a teacher, and this is Ascension TV, and so everything has to go on here in order to move on, in order for you to learn that when you are in a situation like that, you can move on. You're getting it all for free, everything for free. To use, please use these tools. They're all in here and Simply Amazing in the book. Well, Casey asked me, and I talk about the validation bell. The validation bell is the most important thing in the therapeutic community. And that's what heals. It opens the first door to healing. And once you get to grips with the validation bell, you can move on. And that's why I felt completely different after I'd done the primal screaming. Someone said to me, you're right. You had no right to be treated like this. So that part of me was validated. You're not nothing, Lauren. You have a right. You have rights. And you were treated like shit. You were treated pretty badly here. And it was too much for you. And that's okay. We validated it. And then some friends called me and we talked. And it was like options were opening up and ideas. And that part of Lauren felt loved. And that's all I'm saying. There is no harm in that, because it's better than taking medication and numbing me down. Anything is better than taking medication, numbing me down, becoming a slave to that lot. And that's the truth. And it's the truth for a lot of you. But it's up to you whether you do it or not. You know, I'm not choosing your journey. I'm telling you it works. Look at me today, and you saw me in the evening. I am not bipolar. I have traits, but I came out of it. And what is bipolar? Is bipolar just an identity that can't be expressed? Well, let it be expressed and see what happens. I have a friend who had bipolar diagnosis, and she used the Course in Miracles and healed herself, gave up smoking and everything through A Course in Miracles, through examining the difference between the mind of love and the mind of the ego that runs amok. Well, let it. And if you're in a really difficult space, don't come out of it. Just say to people, I'm in this space. Please leave me alone today. I need space to come through it. And believe me, I didn't know if I was going to come through that. I never clue. But I did. I came through it. And as I say, I'm very lucky. There's no neighbors here. This at the moment, that served me, because the screaming was so bad, was so good. That was screaming. I'm punching things. I'm just literally hitting out. And it's so important to get that aggression and everything out of you. Everything that you need to get out of you, it's important to do it. And that's why I was able to move on. And so that's what I'm saying to you. This is lesson 140. And this lesson, or 141, this lesson is saying to you, if I can do it, you can do it. And if you can't, then come to me and I'll help you. And it doesn't involve drugs and numbing you down. And don't get me wrong, you can always take a little bit just to calm yourself down a little bit, but it's not the answer. You have to give that part of you a chance to express itself. And that part of me that was so scared that it had lost its voice. And remember, it's had a voice from the age of 13, couldn't function. And interesting, when I did the primal screen, guess what happened? The voice came back. It was a blockage because things were so stuck inside me. It's not magic, it's common sense, and it should be taught everywhere, and it should be taught before they give you all this stuff to numb you down, right? So come back to yourself, learn your identities, get to learn them, get to love them. So yesterday we had Lauren, the lonely Lauren, the part of Lauren that sat on the steps in the school where she had no friends, where she didn't speak the language, where she was thrown into wars and really miserable and unhappy. And mom and dad were never there. You had the identity of Lauren that sang from at the age of 13 and thought, oh my God, I can't sing anymore. A huge amount of, I'm not ready to give the voice up, and felt like Maria Callas and thought I may as well leave now because I've got nothing. You had the fear coming from what's going on with Martin, remember? And then as soon as Martin explained that he's okay, then of course that was able to settle a bit. All these parts of Lauren, all these parts of me, not Lauren. Lauren's just a part of me. All these identities. And the minute you get that, you are able to validate. You get your bell out and you say, help. There's a part of me here and it doesn't know what to do. It can't function. It doesn't want to be here anymore. The pain's too strong, yada, yada. But it's just a part of me. Now, I didn't know that yesterday. I thought it was me. Because sometimes when you're in it, you don't actually know that this is just an identity, a part of you. But then now, when this happens, I can remember this lesson. I can remember the amazing singing session I did last night. I can remember a completely different Lauren who got back to work and structured and did what she needed to do, regardless of the circumstances hadn't changed. But something inside of me had changed because I had that validation. And I will always stand up for validation. I don't care what anybody says. You have to have empathy for your fellow man and yourself. And if anyone is teaching you not to do that, you're not going to be able to move out of it.
if you're going to be cold and disconnect, I've had this big discussion with someone, I'm not going to name names, but someone who I feel can be very misleading and cold and has no empathy. This person, this woman, and she does a lot of work, and it might work for her, but I don't think it is. She's not very happy. But the therapeutic community to me is gold dust, and everything that I learned in the therapeutic community, I use now, because we are in a therapeutic community on a very large scale now. We're going through hell in lots of different levels of vibrations. And to me, you validate your fellow.
Sorry, Lauren. 8 o'clock, we've got Martin coming on. And very quickly, I want to read this to you. Today is February the 5th. And this is the Just for Today book, VAA or CODA or whatever. Right, listen to this, guys. I am full of contradictions. I am angry, I am loving. I am happy about some things, and I am often sad about the same things. I love and I hate some people. I seek and I fear success. This, to a logical person, is almost impossible to deal with. And that's why they give you a mental health label, okay? Because they can't deal with it. To ancient man, it was confusing that there were seasons. Lightning was a mystery prior to Ben Franklin. Neither of these ideas baffles us today. I am now learning to accept the contradictions within me as things I just do not understand. Help me to realize that understanding comes with time. I will be shown. You are a mixture of everything. And that is why I am showing you that identity. And before I go quickly again, very, very quickly, the identity that just wants a hug. And then I will leave you with Martin's meditation. Please do it. It might help you to have a better day. Good luck. Moving On TV is here to help you. Yes, PC, and PC's meowing at me, so I have to go and get him some food. Right. Nobody loves nobody. The same person, not my twin, me. Me. Every time me. Okay, I'll leave you with that because I've got 4 minutes now, and then Martin comes on at 8. Every day at 8 o'clock. Nobody loves anyone. There she is. Me. Right? The same person. The same person.
Welcome to Moving On TV and The Awakening.
Okay? That's it. I love you. Have a beautiful day. I hope you enjoy our programs, and I hope they can help you get through the day.
I want to call it today.
And at 8:30 p.m., 8:30 p.m., I will see you for the tarot show, and I can see how I want to, if you need some help. However, if you want a proper reading, let's get used to it. Yes, you need to pay occasionally. It's my job, right? And you don't work for free, so why should I? So if you want a proper reading, contact me on Moving On TV. Here it is. Contact me on movingontv1@gmail.com, and you can book a reading like everybody else. If not, then come on at 8:30 and you will get a guided message. I love you. Take care now. Do something for yourself today.